Hi there. In preparation for our upcoming 2023 Mining Summit, I've compiled some nuggets from last year's Mining Summit. This segment is a short excerpt from Bruce Frederick's 2022 presentation on Mining CVD 2.0. He'll be back again for this year's summit to give us an update. To register for this year's summit, go to cs.co/mining23. Here's Bruce. Talk to me a little bit about CVDs, Bruce.
The Cisco validated designs are not a paper exercise where we look at data sheets and say, well, this product should work with that product and this application should be able to work on this product. We actually go and work with them. We set up the configurations. We partner with companies. We partner with manufacturers like Sandvik, with Caterpillar, with Komatsu, to be able to go in and look at their application and make sure that their application runs on our equipment. And so what we do with validated designs is we publish a full configuration. So now the customer has a blueprint. So now they know if you configure this equipment with this configuration, with this application from this vendor, it will work. So now it's no longer a proof of concept. Now it's a proof of value.
You want to take us through this design just at a high level?
Yeah, so the idea around this is things that move and need, a high bandwidth and low latency off of it. So we, tested on the dozer, on the shovel. We tested applications to emulate the dozer shovel. We've certified this at Caterpillar with the fluid mesh prior to the acquisition, and then we went back to what their certification design was and used it as our reference off of it. So we have, the idea is that on the haul truck we have 2 radios off of it. So we have a make before break. We have the capability of switching from one radio to the other radio, make the connection, and then break the RF connection on the other side. Same type of thing with the drills too. Is the drills will have the capability of doing a make before break, so you have a high reliability. Obviously on dozers, the real estate on a dozer for multiple radios is very limited. So single radio design was done on dozers. So the make before break doesn't exist off of it, but we still keep a low latency and high throughput off of it. And then on the shovel, the same type of thing. And one of those things on the shovel is because it's so extremely tall inside the mining area, it has such a great field of view to be able to make connectivity.
Let's talk a little bit about the different mining industrial solutions that are required within mining, right? We talk a lot about the extraction process and the crush convey pieces, but there's a lot more to mining than just those processes.
Yeah, so in mining, some of the major constraints for all mines is how do you get water so that you can do your processing, and then what do you do with your waste, and then power. So if you look at, for example, in the state of Arizona in the United States here, Freeport-McMoRan operates 3 mines here in the state of Arizona. And Freeport-McMoRan is the largest power consumer in the state of Arizona, and they consume more power than the next 4 below them combined. Wow. So power is a huge thing, and start to look at when you go to Indonesia or to the Congo or some of these outlying sites, and there's not the power infrastructure there to be able to get it. So you have to create your own power. And so there has to be a way to be able to manage that. And what we're working with on that is our power substation group inside the Cisco Validated Design Group to be able to take that validated design and see how we can then customize that for mining use. Next is the waste management, to be able to do waste management and water recovery in the tailings ponds. And so it's a huge environmental impact. There's been, these tailing ponds, there's been instances in South America, in Canada, in the United States, where some of the dams have failed and entire towns have been, completely wiped out. And what has happened in the past is that you have slopes managers that would manage the slopes and the tailings and they would drive and go out and take readings off of some of the monitors and then write them down on a piece of paper. And then when they drive back to the office, they put them in a spreadsheet. And so it was a very manual process. And what we've done by going to digitization and getting stuff like the LoRaWAN, for a long range, low bandwidth, high battery life that can be used off of it. What we've done is we've enabled them so they don't have to drive out there. Now, all of a sudden, they have that data at any time that they want it.
That was Bruce Frederick, who will be back at the 2023 summit to tell us more about how this validated design is being used in mining. To register for this summit, go to cs.co/mining23. And if you'd like to watch the rest of Bruce's presentation from last year, check out this video. Take care.